Hey guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I'm going to show you guys how to create the absolute cutest pastel spooky Halloween tumbler. It is never too early for a good spooky tumbler. I am so excited to be slowly transitioning into this season, and this template and this vinyl and this glitter and this epoxy. It's just everything. I love it so much. I hope you love this as much as I do. Let's go ahead and dive right in and get started. So I'm starting off with a 20-ounce skinny straight from Maker Flow Crafts that I base painted Marshmallow from Color Shot, and I am applying glitter with the Mod Podge method. I am using my absolute favorite purple glitter from the glitter grind. It's called Swagger, and it's going to go with this vinyl absolutely perfect. It is so pretty. I'm just going to apply that all over the tumbler, let it dry for about 5 minutes, and then spray it with Rust-Oleum Matte Clear Enamel, pop it on my turner back here from Bama Cups, add 2 coats of epoxy, and then move on to the vinyl template. So I'm starting off with this absolutely beautiful vinyl from the Vinyl Cottage. I got it at the Tumbler Invasion event, so I've been super excited to use it, and I finally found a way that I think would be perfect aside from just your average like full tumbler wrap. So I'm just placing it on my mat here, making sure it is nice and flat. I'm going to use my little I guess it's called a squeegee thing and push it down because I don't want any bubbles in this. I don't want any wrinkles. I don't want anything to mess up this template. So I'm going to put a link down in the description. I found this template from Etsy, and it is already sized for a 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler, so I don't have to do anything like to change the measurements. So I'm pretty sure I need a new blade, so I do have to crank up my blade depth and my force a little more than what you probably need to if you have a new blade on your silhouette. So just don't really go exactly by that, but I'm just showing you what I had to do. And so I'm just letting that template to cut directly onto that piece of vinyl, and I'm definitely saving all of the excess around it. So once that is done, it took a couple of minutes. This is where I'm going to go in with my X-Acto knife and cut right under and beside where the template ends, because that's just some excess that I really don't want to waste. I can make like some super cute pin wraps or, you know, something. I just didn't want to waste it. So I'm going to put that off to the side, and I have my transfer tape, which I created an anchor at the side, and I'm placing that down just to make sure that it is on there good and straight before I put the entire piece of transfer tape on. I'm just going to slide that right on. And then I'm removing the entire piece of vinyl with the transfer tape on it off of that mat, being really careful to make sure nothing rips because this is a pretty new mat and it's still really sticky. So then I created an anchor on the side. I just cut off like an inch of the backing of that vinyl, and I'm wrapping it around to make sure that it is nice and straight. So I'm going to have a little play card floating above to a tutorial on a full vinyl wrap. That's pretty much how I'm treating this tumbler. I'm just not going to go like super in depth about it. Now, once I get that wrapped completely around the tumbler, I did have to trim off a little bit of it because it was just like a tad bit too long or wide, but it pretty much fit really good. So I'm just pushing that vinyl around to make sure that it is on nice and straight, no wrinkles, no bubbles, and then I'm going to trim off that excess right after I remove all of the transfer tape. And now it's just as easy as removing pieces of that template. So there are, of course, several different cuts in this template. You can see if you take like a really good look at it that there are like larger triangles and smaller ones. I'm removing the smaller ones, of course, because I want enough of that glitter to show through that I put on my tumbler, but I do not want to remove a whole bunch of that vinyl because it is just so pretty. I want all of it to show in like an even amount. So I'm removing the smaller parts of the vinyl all the way around until I'm satisfied with how that looks. And then I'm going to go through with my little vinyl trimmer here and just trim off that bottom. So now I have several of these really skinny lines that I cut with my silhouette using vinyl from Tech Wrap Craft. I'll have it linked down in the description. I believe I sized them at like 11 inches tall and 0.1 inches wide. And now I'm just taking those little vinyl stripes and outlining every side of like each little triangle here. I'm making sure to cut them right in the middle, and then there was a pretty bulky amount of vinyl left in the middle of that, so I went in with an X-Acto knife and just kind of like pretty much like cut a circle, if that makes sense, because I do want to add something in the middle to make it not look so like lumpy, I guess. So I wanted to make sure there was enough room for that. But yeah, I'm just lining all of the triangles here until they're all covered. Now that I have that middle freed up, I found these super cute little jack-o'-lanterns on Creative Fabrica, and I cut one out in purple, and then I cut the other one out in the same vinyl that I used as the stripes, and I just cut the face out of one and I left the other one blank to kind of leave it like a peekaboo kind of. I wanted like the purple to show through it. And I'm just going to layer one on top of the other and then place it right in the middle of the tumbler where all of those vinyl stripes meet, just to kind of like cover up the big blemish that was left in the middle, but also I think it's a really cute little accent. Now all it needs is more epoxy and this will be done. After some epoxy, she's so pretty! I love this so very much. I love Halloween. I love spooky season. I love pastels. So this is just absolutely perfect for me. It definitely needs another coat, maybe 2 of epoxy, because that is a lot of vinyl stacked on top of each other. So maybe 1 more coat should do it. But I just wanted to show you guys with at least 1 coat of epoxy on there how gorgeous this is. And before I go, like always, I do have y'all's cup of positivity for the day. And today's quote is, "You never fail until you stop trying." That is all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you love this tumbler as much as I do. If you guys have any questions, like always, please feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Be kind, love one another, and I'll see you in the next one.